About 10 months ago, it was announced that Ryan Coogler was going to be overseeing the new X-Files reboot. I made a video at the time, but it was in the early days of my channel, and I wasn't really happy with the outcome, so I took it down. But with recent news of casting for the show, I thought maybe it was relevant again, so I pulled out that old video, chopped it up a bit, and decided to repost it here. So these were the predictions I made 10 months ago, based on the first actor we've seen cast. I might have been onto something. Anyway, please enjoy this video from 10 months ago. I just heard they're doing a reboot of The X-Files and Ryan Coogler is in charge. My first thought is, nope. I've never been a huge fan of this dude's work. His first film didn't sit quite right with me. I didn't like the way it conveniently skipped over all of the events leading up to the main incident. I didn't like Creed either. I just couldn't relate to it. That being said, I love Black Panther. It's easily one of my top 5 MCU films. Then came the sequel, which I found nearly unwatchable. So hearing Coogler is now in charge of the X-Files, let's just say that I'm not optimistic. 2020 was the year the word diversity became the focus of nearly every production. Now, diversity in theory means a broad mix of races, genders, ages, and experiences. But in Hollywood practice, it usually boils down to one very specific formula: cast a black female lead. South Park came close with the joke, put a chick in it and make her gay. But the real-world version is even more predictable. Put a chick in it and make her black. And if she's gay too, well, that's just a bonus. Now, let me get this out of the way because I already know how this goes. I'm not saying black women shouldn't lead a show. I'm saying that Hollywood leans into this trope so hard that it's become formulaic. And the sad part is, Hollywood no longer knows how to write black women as people. They're written as archetypes, symbols. If you need evidence of that, go check out G20 with Viola Davis. In that movie, she's the president, the Marine, the negotiator, the hacker, the sniper, the medic, the explosives expert, the emotional center of the story, and the loving mother. And I'm not kidding, she really is all of those things. So with all that in mind, here's my prediction for the new X-Files. It obviously won't resemble the original at all. In this new version, both Mulder and Scully are black females. They're elite, brilliant, and unshakable. The kind of characters who come with 3 PhDs, a traumatic but inspiring backstory, and the ability to out-debate Neil deGrasse Tyson on quantum theory before breakfast. Mulder in this version is an intuitive genius who also moonlights as a poet and has invented a new form of quantum analysis during her downtime at the coffee shop. Scully, she's a former child prodigy who graduated Harvard as valedictorian, consults with NASA, and now applies her skills to debunking the paranormal. There's still sexual tension between the lead characters. This will be the same type of will they, won't they energy that we saw in the original series, but this one is far more modern and progressive. This is for modern audiences that I'm told exist, but never seem to show up when it counts. Every glance, touch, and lingering pause will be overanalyzed in hundreds of TikTok theories and BuzzFeed articles like, "Did you catch that micro-expression?" There will be entire online communities built around the idea of a romance that's designed to keep the online conversations going. The amount of fan fiction will be off the charts. As for the monsters of the week, now they're metaphors. A creature that stalks victims through their smartphones, that's a commentary on digital surveillance and black trauma. An invisible force that no one believes exists, clearly a stand-in for systemic systems. The legendary cigarette-smoking man is now a smug white tech bro who runs a crypto-funded shadow company that oppresses one demographic while providing privilege to another. References to the original Mulder and Scully will be frequent but not respectful. They'll be painted as out of touch, rigid, and problematic, more like historical artifacts than icons. The reboot will treat them as there, but irrelevant. But the new leads, they won't have flaws, they won't make mistakes, they won't struggle to grow or doubt themselves because modern writing doesn't let black female leads be complex characters anymore. They have to be walking statements, flawless, untouchable, inspirational to the point of parody. But in the end, these are all just guesses. I don't really know that this is how the reboot's going to go. But come on, we've seen this pattern enough times to recognize the formula. And I won't lie, I'm kind of looking forward to that part. Not the show itself. I definitely won't be watching it. No, I'm talking about the inevitable online meltdown. The think pieces, the backlash to the backlash. By the time the 3rd episode comes out, Twitter will be trending with hashtag let them kiss, hashtag X-Files reimagined, and hashtag do better Fox. And 1,000 more YouTube careers will be launched. Anyway, that's it. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know all the reasons I'm an idiot in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, click notifications, and I will see you next time.